Yo peeps, good morning. It is 5:20. We all woke up at 4 a.m. and we are starting to hike, trying to get a bunch of miles in before it gets hot. We have 3 miles to the base of the mountain and then 13.5 up. We're headed into Lassen National Park, which is said to be hot, exposed, burned, but we ready for it. Oh yeah, and the mountain has a about 5,000 feet of elevation gain over 13.5 miles. So it's gonna be spicy, y'all.
Yes. Yeah.
Rattlesnake.
Yeah. Yeah. It was funny how popular he was. Sup? You recording me?
Hello.
Do you want me to give my political views to YouTube?
No. Rattlesnake.
I don't want to scare you. Well, it's 7:30. Stopping for a little snack break. I got crunchy peanut butter, filtering some water.
Yep.
I'm excited because this time we got Nature's Bakery Fig Bars, blueberry flavored. And I have to say, these are the only brand of fig bars that I like, and I really like them.
Me too.
All right, Bandit be coming in strong on these snacks here. Nice. What else you got?
I also have Parmesan cheese.
Nice. And what do we got?
Cheetos and fig bars.
So appetizing. I'm pretty jealous of Bandit right now, I'm not gonna lie. Something about a big old honk of sausage with some Parmesan cheese. Though, we do eat salami and cheese, but it's not quite the same. All right, people, we are looking at the 1300 marker, 1300, 1300 miles. We are almost halfway. Whew!
Yeah, only 25 more miles.
Only 25 more miles. So we will hit the halfway mark probably tomorrow.
Yep.
But 13 hundo. Wow.
Yeah, I think that puts it basically in Chester.
Yeah, that makes sense. Chester would be the halfway point. Woo! That feels good.
312 miles on the PCT.
312 total on the PCT.
I think we're looking at Lassen. Almost to the top. Oh, it's 10:36 and we are about a mile from the top. Booyah! Got our 10 before 10, almost at 13 miles. Actually, not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. That hill was tough, but the early morning made it better. And actually there's a lot of water along the trail, so that was nice too. Oh. We're doing break time. We've got cheese and salami, tortillas, and biscuit crackers.
Chicken and a biscuit.
Chicken and a biscuit crackers, which are my new favorite cracker right now. And having epic conversations. All right, lunchtime's over. We are back to hiking again. Done 13 miles, aiming for 30 plus today. The terrain looks pretty mellow, but who the heck knows what that means anymore. And we're just gonna keep on hiking. Okay, so Kim asked us a couple of questions, and I figured they were interesting questions, and so I figured we'd talk about them instead of typing them out. So Kim asked, how did we prepare for this trail, money, collecting gear, etc. Baby, you want to answer this one?
Sure. By money you mean like expenses and stuff?
Like, I think she means like saving money for the trip.
For the trail.
Yeah.
And then gear. Okay. So, and then of course chime in if I've forgotten anything.
Okay.
So basically, Susie and I started saving for this trail basically when we got back from France, right?
Yeah.
So we started saving, is that like about a year before we left on the trail?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've been planning on doing this trail for a long time, first of all. And we've done other backpacking trips. So as far as the gear goes, like with our trip across France and with our Arizona trail trip, we were able to really shake out our gear and kind of figure out exactly what we wanted from those trips. The PCT we didn't have to buy much more gear for the PCT because we kind of already had like our packs. We had our sleeping pads, which were just accordion pads. We had our water filters, our tent, everything like that kind of already dialed in. We did get some new stuff, like we got new sleeping bags, which we had to save for, and a couple other things I'm probably forgetting.
Ice axes, spare canister.
Ice axes, spikes, gaiters for our shoes. Oh yeah, and then there's always stuff you always have to buy new, like you're always having to like get new shoes.
Get a new water filter, replace your other one.
Yeah, stuff like that. And so that's kind of gear. There was some gear that faltered and broke and had to be replaced on trail, which kind of goes into the expenses part of the question. So
okay, so Kim's next question was, did we have unexpected expenses so far on trail?
Which kind of unexpected, kind of no. We kind of expected our gear to falter and break occasionally. But there was the biggest unexpected expense was our impromptu 22 days hiking in Arizona, because we essentially started the trail too early. Because we hit Idlewild and there was too much snow and too many blizzards, and the trail was essentially closed at that point. So we had to like wait for the weather to allow us to pass through. So Arizona was actually a big unexpected expense.
Yeah.
We had to buy an extra plane ticket and all that food and time for like basically 300 miles on Arizona. That kind of soaked up a lot of our emergency funds. And then for money, I would say, oh yeah, like how did we prepare and how did we save? Of course, we saved money in a separate account, like stocking away extra money that we would spend on kind of frivolous things. Instead of doing those things, we saved it. And then the other thing is that we rented out our house.
Yeah.
I would say that was the biggest thing that we had to do to ensure that we were going to be successful on the trail. You want me to hold it?
Ugh.
No?
I got it. I just had to switch hands. Sorry.
It's okay. So we had to clear out the spare bedroom in our house and rent it out. We actually ended up clearing out my art studio and renting that out, and we also cleared out Susie's office and rented that out. And then we actually ended up moving all of our stuff out of our bedroom as well. And so we ended up renting out our entire house.
So essentially getting roommates has helped pay for this trip.
Yeah.
Also, like Bobby was saying, there were times when we wanted to like go out to eat or we wanted to do something, and then we were like, we're saving money for the PCT.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've kind of been setting aside money for like over a year, like even before just the year that we actually decided that we were going to do it. But we've been kind of setting money aside as just like our traveling fund that we do. And we live pretty frugally in real life. Like we're pretty minimalists. We live pretty frugally, which just allows us to save a lot of money.
We almost never go out to eat. Like, and I seriously mean almost never. And when we do, it's pizza.
Yeah, the cheapest thing you can go out to eat for. Let's switch hands again. Sorry, people. My arm gets tired holding the phone.
You want me to switch spots and I can hold it?
I think that pretty much covers a lot of it. Like Bobby was saying, we have done several backpacking trips. We've tested out our gear a lot. We did 600 miles on the Arizona Trail a couple years ago. We did a couple of like longer backpacking trips, one in Yellowstone. We backpacked in the Grand Tetons. So we've been slowly but steadily working on getting our gear together, figuring out what we liked. And I even tested some other stuff on the Appalachian Trail. I did a couple of big sections on the Appalachian Trail. So as far as like our gear goes, we really had collected a lot of that over the years. And
I would also chime in, if you're asking questions about gear for the PCT, then I would wager that you may have not done some shorter hikes, and that would be a really great way for you to get your gear dialed in. Would be to plan like maybe 100-mile loop or point to point, and use that as a way to test out gear that you might like to have on trail. And that'll give you a really good idea for stuff that works and stuff that doesn't work.
I will say an unexpected expense was we've been living on the East Coast, or we've been living out east for a while. And so originally when we planned to stay for this trail, I had said like we need $1,000 per person per month, which I had done a lot of research on the Appalachian Trail because like I said, I have done some bigger sections out there. And that was like what I figured out we needed. And kind of the funny unexpected expense was getting to California and remembering how expensive the West Coast is. And I feel like we were both very quickly like, oh, like
compared to the South.
Yeah, compared to the South.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, we're gonna have to really be frugal on our money. And so I think we've done this entire trip is we've only stayed in a hotel one time. Well, twice. Once with Roadrunner, but that was her treat. That was her treat. And then we did one other time where we stayed 2 nights in a hotel, and that has been the only time we've spent money on a hotel.
Not spending money at hotels
has been huge.
Has been huge. Yeah.
That has been a big cost saver. I mean, you guys know we've been camping. We stay at Trail Angels houses. And
we haven't stayed at a single hostel, I don't think either.
Yeah, we haven't stayed at a hostel either. So those are the big expenses. We try to limit our time in town as much as we can, because the more time you're in town, the more you're going to spend.
Less fancy restaurants and more like burger joints.
Yes, which is why you always see us eating burgers or eating pizza or fast food, because it's like you want calories and you want to go out to eat, but you can very quickly blow through your budget by going out to eat.
Yeah, you definitely don't
drinking.
want to go, like, get steaks or Italian food
or
something like that.
So we'll utilize those grocery stores for our extra caloric intake we want and stuff like that. Thanks for the questions, Kim. Those were all good questions, and I hope we answered them for you. And thanks for following us along. Are these purple flowers lupin?
I do not know. Yeah, these purple flowers are lupin.
Smells nice. Y'all, it's dusty out here.
It's dusty as hell.
Heyo!
He says he got watermelon. We got trail magic, people. We got trail magic. Oh.
I'm gonna be right up there.
Isn't that nice?
There's a little bit of brain freeze there. Oh, we got some trail magic from Baron here. We got bananas, oranges. He's about to cut us up some watermelon.
Okay, Bulls in the fourth, of course.
Getting ready for you. Oh my goodness.
Okay, there.
What kind of dressing you got?
I got the Baron Special.
Wow.
Which is Kraft Classic Ranch dressing.
Nice. He's got a battery bank for us. We're charging our stuff. Eventually, we got some bread going here. Maybe some sandwiches.
Is that
Are you on your second?
Yeah.
Second soda?
I'm on my second Dr. Pepper. I've had a salad, a giant wedge of watermelon, an orange, and some of your banana.
You look like you're on the phone right now. Okay, Baron said he just pulling out the cook stove and he about to make us grilled cheese. At first he was like, "Do you want a sandwich?"
We thought we were gonna make like some simple sandwiches.
And then he was like, he started listing them off. He's like, "I can make pizza bread, I can make garlic bread, I can make grilled cheese sandwiches." That's a whole new level of sandwich. This is all the soot covering our legs here. What was that?
I said I think this is the most delicious grilled cheese sandwich I've ever had. What's your daughter's name, Baron?
Rebecca.
Rebecca makes this kind of bread, and it's amazing.
Just this February, defended her doctoral thesis for psychiatry.
Awesome.
Wow.
She's still looking for a job, and
Nice job, Rebecca. And she makes a delicious loaf of bread. And Baron fries it up pretty good.
Y'all, he made me a second sandwich. I'm eating a second grilled cheese sandwich with ham and cheese. Best trail magic. Okay, and there's coffee. Like fresh coffee with milk and sugar.
We should run into them again. Yeah, we've been working with them since a long, long time ago. So yeah.
There you go.
Okay, we
have
had
some more polite conversation.
the most epic trail magic from Baron. He is gonna get us to Canada, y'all. Raven, can I take a thing of your sign?
Yeah, you can.
Raven did an amazing, Bandit did an amazing trail sign. Even put the date and the time. That's a real through hiker right there.
Wow, with an excellent drawing of Baron. Look at
Baron's in his truck.
that. Look at that.
Amazing. Oh my gosh, we got sandwiches and he gave us Gatorade powder. We packed out fruit. I got 2 sandwiches, salad. He brought out the rum right at the end. Bird Call and I had a fuzzy navel, 2 cups of coffee. It is now 5 o'clock. I don't even know what time we got there, but we hung out. We soaked that up. And now we hiking out, probably gonna do about 8 more miles. Unknowingly too, we spent the hottest part of the afternoon under a shaded canopy with drinks and food and sodas and everything. Now it's amazing.
If you're walking through a field of lupin, I hope you are not pooping. For if you begin pooping in a field of lupin, you may be stooping.
Poem by Bird Call. Seriously though, on a more polite note, I wish you could smell these flowers. They are
wonderful.
quite amazing. I feel like the burned area has its own sort of beauty, and I think it's because it's been several years now since the fire, and there's a lot of new growth, but it has its own kind of like raw, stark beauty, and it feels so quiet. I'm definitely glad we got a moment to just sit out of the sun, and with that trail magic, I feel like now we're hiking in the cool of the day, and I really just feel like I get to enjoy it. It's really, really pretty and sad, but
Yeah.
all right, we're deciding to camp. It is 8 o'clock. We did 26.2 miles, and that includes hanging out at Trail Magic for like 3 hours. We made good time. We did 8 miles in 2.5 hours. We left at,
Yeah. We must have been crushing on
yeah, I think we were crushing our pace. We were just crushing it. So now we're going to set up, get some water. Shoot, I'm not even hungry. I think we got all the food we wanted at the Trail Magic. And gonna go into Chester. Gonna get up early tomorrow so we can head into Chester because we gotta get cupcakes for Roadrunner. That's basically the only reason we're going into Chester, is so that we can get cupcakes for Roadrunner's birthday on the 6th. Because Bird Call has been carrying birthday candles since May 30th. So we're gonna do Chester tomorrow, in and out.
Also, I kind of want some cupcakes.
Also, I want cupcakes too. And maybe they have a McDonald's. I could use a cheeseburger.
Oh yeah, we should definitely get a burger while we're there.
Yes. Yeah, I think unfortunately, though, I walk in to collect some water. And boy, it feels nice to not have to carry our packs. But we are going into the forest.